Now, here's one topic that infuriates me to the freaking core. Doomslayer, Doom doesn't matter, versus Master Chief. Brother, what the heck? It has been also confirmed that Chief will be destroyed. And they're still talking about why he would win because he is an ancestor of the I don't remember the creators of things with the floods and all those other gods. I do know a lot about the lore about Halo, but I just don't remember the names. Like a lot of things. Since I moved on to other mythologies and all that stuff. But from what I remember, the precursors, he was they were able to do all this type of stuff, with the infatuation, carrying the station advancements and all that type of stuff, almost being this type of stuff. Dimensional travel, universal travel properly, and also in case some of these Aesir gods, I'm just gonna call them Aesir gods, sorry, this triggers you the facts and just puts them staying and all that type of stuff with the flood. And also the Covenant. And also the Covenant. For some reason though, it was like their name is so simple. Why can I just remember it? Snap my fingers. Anyways, the Covenant and all that type of stuff. You are saying that Chief would still be able to win, but no, 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 no. Let me tell you why he would not win. Why Master Chief absolutely gets slaughtered and turned into actual fine grind piece. Grind piece into nothingness. No, know why? It's pretty simple. Why return to actual fine nothing grind pace? Is that he is that Chief is basically human. He has this luck and able to survive all this type of stuff, but I don't see him running around killing the Covenants by himself, one arm, by himself, no Cortana, and just going into other universe and destroying the flood over there, the Covenant here. Just no. The difference between him and Chief is staggering. Big difference. An extreme difference. One is sci-fi setting. One is more of a sci-fi setting. And the other one is more of a fantasy sci-fi. Even though that might sound the same thing, even though it's not. The difference between that is that one doesn't have the word fantasy in it. Considering fantasy is just that fantasy. Well, for Halo, it's possible we can get there one day if we ignore all the type of this type of stuff of the flood, the covenants. Maybe the flood could also exist, and the covenant could also exist as well. But it is a plausible solution if we ignore the precursors and all those type of stuff, the gods, so maybe even the precursors. I don't know. But even then, you have to understand that's not sci-fi. No, that is sci-fi. What the heck am I saying? It's fantasy. That it says that fantasy is fantasy. You can do whatever the heck you want because it's not possible. It can never happen. It just can't happen. This can't happen, It's just impossible to happen at all. It's saying there is no way a person fighting a person who does not need to eat, sleep, or drink, or even wear clothes, go in and the hordes of demons and destroy all of them. That's not possible. And also the concept of, if we're talking about purity science, okay, if we're talking about science, nothing religious, if we just ignore religious stuff and just focus on pure science, some of you may disagree with that, in the concept of science, but let's get religious here. It's here. It's not possible that demons could exist. Or more specifically, Argent energy and all that type of stuff. Because even if demons do exist, they would not take the form of an imp-like thing. where they would shoot fireballs at you and just punch them right in the sucker punches. Just and also at the same time, the demons are basically aliens with external force, corruption force. It doesn't matter because it does not exist. It's purely fiction, and you're trying to compare a franchise that is somewhat realistic to more realistic, or even a possible reality that we could live in universe one day, to another one that is purely fantasy fiction, where demons and gods in AI God can turn himself into an AI, the seraphim and all that type of stuff. There's stuff in Demon Lord that looks like doomguy. You're trying to compare that version, that one to you're trying to compare that franchise to one another, and you're saying that one another, and you're trying to compare, and you're saying that this guy could somehow be a guy who's able to fight through hell among itself, no sleep, no food, just do it 100% every day. That's work dedication, but it's impossible. So yeah, it's just my rant because Doom Guy would win. Doomsday, it doesn't matter. Dooms Doom Guy would win. Simple as that. Simple as white. Simple as simple as that. Simple as a fighter from D&D. Is simple. Simple as cutting paper. It's just simple as that. And also, Doom Guy would not be. So Doom Guy would probably not survive that long in the SCP Foundation upcoming video.